If we stop to reflect calmly, it becomes clear that Earth is not eternal. The very cycle of the star that sustains us already defines a limit. Scientists estimate that our planet will have no more than 4.5 to 5 billion years of useful life before the sun consumes all its nuclear fuel. At that point, our star will partially collapse, expand, and become a red giant, swallowing the inner orbits, including Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth. But long before that final transformation, the gradual increase in solar energy will already be enough to make the planet uninhabitable. In about 1.3 billion years, the sun will emit 20% more radiation than it does today. The oceans will evaporate. The atmosphere will turn into a suffocating greenhouse, and life as we know it will vanish. This perspective reminds us that no matter how solid it seems, Earth is only a temporary stage. No species, including ours, is guaranteed eternity. Studies suggest that mammal species usually last between 1 and 3 million years before going extinct or evolving into new forms. If we apply that same logic to Homo sapiens, we realize that our existence is just an instant compared to the planet's vast chronology. If you haven't yet, subscribe and leave a like for more fascinating videos about the cosmos. Imagine the scenario. If we fail to adapt, other intelligences could take the place we believe is ours alone. Science fiction authors like Clifford Simic have already envisioned future worlds where dogs or dolphins evolve into conscious beings with their own civilizations. Others speculate that we might give rise to a descendant species, a Homo super sapiens, shaped by genetics, technology, or natural selection. This reflection leads to a simple but powerful conclusion. We are only one step in a long evolutionary chain. Just as the dinosaurs ruled for 160 million years before disappearing after a cosmic impact, nothing guarantees that our species will remain at the top forever. So while we look billions of years ahead, perhaps we should also ask ourselves, will we even survive the next 10 years? Because the greatest threat to our survival may not come from distant space, but from our own actions. When we think about the end of the world, the image of a giant asteroid destroying Earth is one of the most common. Hollywood has fueled that idea, but it's not pure fiction. Earth has already experienced events like that. The impact that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago is the most famous. A rock roughly 10 kilometers wide struck the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, releasing the energy of billions of nuclear bombs. The impact triggered global fires, prolonged darkness, and the collapse of food chains. Today, we know the solar system is full of wandering objects, some tens or even hundreds of kilometers wide. regularly pass near Earth. NASA and ESA classify these as NEOS, near-Earth objects. According to current estimates, the chance of a major impact within the next 100 years is about 0.01%. It seems small, but it's enough for scientists to invest heavily in monitoring the skies and developing planetary defense technologies. Missions like DART have already shown it's possible to alter an asteroid's path, but we're still far from total protection. In the end, this threat is very real and could become reality at any time. Another threat that could reshape human civilization comes from beneath our feet. Supervolcanoes like Yellowstone in the United States or Toba in Indonesia hold enormous magma chambers. If one of them erupted, the ash released into the atmosphere could block sunlight for months or even years. Collapsing agriculture, causing mass famine and altering the global climate. The eruption of Toba about 74,000 years ago may have reduced the human population to a tiny fraction, a true evolutionary bottleneck. It's estimated that the volume of magma expelled exceeded 2,500 cubic kilometers. Yellowstone, on the other hand, has erupted 3 times in the last 2 million years, each event beyond comparison. Even so, current data show no sign of imminent eruption. The probabilities are extremely low within our lifetime. But the mere existence of that possibility reminds us that our planet is alive and can change dramatically without warning. If cosmic impacts and volcanoes are external and unpredictable threats, there's one catastrophe in motion that's entirely our own doing: climate degradation. The emission of greenhouse gases is heating the atmosphere at an accelerating pace. An increase of just 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial era is enough to reshape ecosystems, melt glaciers, raise sea levels, and flood coastal cities. Entire islands could disappear. Regions like Bangladesh or parts of the Netherlands face real risk of submersion. Meanwhile, extreme events, prolonged droughts, intense hurricanes, massive wildfires will become more frequent. Human impact has become so great that many scientists already speak of the Anthropocene, a new geological epoch defined by human activity. Unlike other threats, this one is not hypothetical. It's happening right now, and our response in the coming decades will determine whether the damage remains manageable or irreversible. If there is one entirely human-made catastrophe, it's nuclear war. Since 1945, we've lived under its shadow. Today, thousands of nuclear warheads remain stored across multiple nations. A large-scale detonation would trigger what scientists call a nuclear winter. Global cooling caused by soot and debris blocking sunlight after cities burn. For years, agriculture would become impossible. The immediate effects would be devastating. Millions dead within hours, radiation spreading across continents, and the collapse of civilization itself. On a larger scale, the biosphere might eventually recover, but humanity probably It's the clearest example that we could be the architects of our own extinction. If you haven't yet, subscribe and leave a like for more fascinating videos about the cosmos.